Yeah, there were department heads and chiefs from all over, the whole mutual aid, Orange County Fire Authority, LA, Ventura, and even they admit they sound like a broken record. But you know what? They really, really mean it. There is concern, and you can feel it when they're talking. Let's go to the video because we've already seen damaging fires like the recent ones we saw in Laguna, where homes were destroyed, even as they controlled the flames. And it was the embers that moved from house to house. Now, I do have an update for you on that, and you're going to be the first ones hearing it. They believe that fire was human caused. They're not telling us exactly what happened. It's still under investigation. But that fire was a human cause, which, by the way, is 90% of all wildfires here in our state. So, they are asking for the public's help, and they're saying that they're bringing in early the super scoopers so that they'll be ready for the season. And at that point, I had to ask the question I heard from so many of those Laguna homeowners. Why didn't they see resources like that DC-10 flying above them right away? Why didn't they have more of the resources here in California instead of depending on them being brought in from other states? And here's what they had to say. Listen.
That was a normal day. That was a day that was not a Santa Ana day. The humidity was more than 70%. The temperatures were in the mid-70s. That wind that we experienced was a typical day in Orange County. The big difference is the fuels. There's no fire history in that area, meaning, and we've kept history for better than 100 years. That vegetation was dry. We lost, some large structures up there. And the loss was from that ember intrusion, from ember impingement. It wasn't defensible space. It wasn't a blast of radiant heat. It was embers that went into those homes. We had everything we asked for in Orange County when we needed it. We had air tankers, we had helicopters, we had hand crews. All of our partners here behind me supported that operation that we consider, from a suppression perspective, successful. Unsuccessful that we lost those structures, but it wasn't because we didn't have resources in place at the time aggressively attacking those fires. We're no longer talking new norm. This is our norm. And the world has changed.
And one of the things you're going to see, and we're going to tell you about this in the later shows, expect, for example, guidelines to get tighter on brush control. They really need the help from homeowners. Even building guidelines to change. Those homes, like you said, were from the 70s. Things are going to be coming out in the next few months as they start getting ready for what they say is that new normal. We'll let you know more about those in later newscasts. I'm Cristina Gonzalez, live in La Cañada, Flintridge. Back to you guys in the studio.
It makes you wonder, Cristina, they're talking about a new normal, and maybe the new normal should be that we have those resources here all year long. God knows
sadly,
we have the money, right?
Well, that was what I wanted to ask. And sadly, CAL FIRE, which is the one agency that would answer those questions, was the only agency that was not here today. But in our later shows, we're going to address that because they did.
Yeah, we asked residents to be prepared all year long. Fire season is now all year long, so we should all just sort of step it up. It's probably going to be the new normal here. Okay, Cristina, thank you so much. We'll look forward to your report.